I decided to make a video. I started out with just a comment on this one, but someone replied, and then I started to write a reply to their reply, and I realized I had a lot more to say than could fit on a simple comment. Now, it can be said that Renetto isn't portraying a mentally handicapped man, but in all honesty, everyone I've ever met that had this kind of a speech impediment was physically challenged in some way, mentally challenged, physically challenged. Either way, we're poking fun at the handicapped. No person without some kind of mental or physical challenge would have any kind of need to speak like that. It is something that afflicts people that's through no fault of their own. My son has speech difficulty, and he has a rare syndrome that causes him to be this way. He spoke sign language until age 4 and has just recently in the last year or so learned to speak. And yes, jokes like these are funny. Even I have been known to laugh at jokes that poke fun at different things, races, religions, handicaps, but at one point I just became aware that these kinds of things just aren't appropriate. We might find them funny, but the problem is that people that are afflicted with this, whether it was how Renetto meant it or not, this is how it comes across. And those that are afflicted with things like speech impediments and mental challenges will come across this, and it will be just downright hurtful to them. Words can hurt. This kind of humor can hurt. It doesn't hurt us, so we just think we should just laugh it off. But it's cruel. It's just downright cruel. You don't realize, people just don't realize how simple something like an innocent joke can affect someone and scar them for life. And I know my son is going to come across these kinds of things, and I can't protect him from all of it. But as his mother, it is my responsibility to do my part to spread awareness to people, to say, hey, come on, think about what you're doing. You know, it's just because we think it's our right to have freedom of speech, we think that means we can say whatever the hell we want, regardless of who it might hurt. And I just think that's just plain irresponsible. Like, we're lucky to have things like YouTube. We're lucky to have places that we can express ourselves and exercise our freedom of speech. But we have to be careful too that what we're saying isn't verbal diarrhea, that it's not just spreading crap. Yes, the Renetto character is funny, I will admit it, but just because it can make us laugh doesn't mean it should. And my original comment to the Renetto character, the gentleman that plays Renetto in his videos, was that I liked his video where he showed us who he really is. Who he really is. He's an intelligent human being with a lot of opinions that are worth sharing, and that's what I wanted to see from him. And that's why I took the time to express my freedom of speech and tell him that that's what I would personally like to see more of. And I figured, hey, maybe he'd want to hear from his fans to say, this is what we're interested in seeing. Because if he is going to make more videos of himself, then I'll watch. But I just want people, and I know not all of you are going to care about what my opinions are or whether you hurt people like my son. But I just wanted to just take a chance to say, you know, let's stop and think before we post and before we say things and before we do things just because it'll get a laugh. Because what you can get over in a couple of seconds may hurt somebody for life. My son's going to have a lot of hardships to get over, and you know, the human race can do its part to avoid some of that. I know they won't all try, but I'm his mom. It's my job to protect him, so here I am making a statement about it on YouTube, and I know it will fall on some deaf ears, but I'm hoping at least some of you will sort of think about it and listen and give it some thought. That's all I have to say. Simple enough. You know, take it as you will, but I just wanted to say my piece. God bless.